All right, you guys. So game number 1 of the 4-game match is underway. Thank you, Magnus for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Magnus. So we have a classic Spanish here. Let me unmute the tab as well. We have a Spanish here in honor of Ruy Lopez de Segura, the famous Spanish priest who invented this opening nearly 500 plus years ago. This is a closed Spanish with D3 here from Magnus, which of course was played by Hikaru Nakamura in the FIDE World Cup against Benjamin Gladura. So this all looks normal. C3 is not what Hikaru played at. Actually, I guess Benjamin played B5, but yeah, this is a closed Spanish, so pretty normal so far. We'll probably get like knight D2, maybe knight F1. Yeah, H3 played. Magnus looks like he's still sleeping. They both look like they just woke up. Yeah, they both look like they just woke up. Yeah. So, all right. Let's see, we have B5 played here, probably bishop C2. Yeah, bishop C2 is played, bishop B3. He goes bishop C2. Probably Alireza will try to play D5 or C5. He'll move the knight and try to go C5, D5. He'll try to create the big black center or the Great Wall of China on the 4th rank with the pawns, and we'll see what happens. Am I the only one who prefer the music to be lowered a bit? I think the music is okay. My mods could tell you, but I think it's okay. Get rid of the Julius Bear sign. You guys don't want it? Okay, fine. No logo. Okay, who needs a logo anyway? Am I right? Who needs a logo? Yeah, I agree. But I can't stretch it out more. The cams, I can't stretch it out. These are the cams. These are the cams. Yeah, these are the cams, so whatever. I'll put this over here. Just, it does nothing really matters anyway. Although it looks weird, so let's put it here. Yeah. So what do we have? Waiting for a movie of bishop b7. Am I stronger in blitz now or younger? I think that I'm actually it looks better with the logo now. Okay, fine. Now it looks better with the logo. Fine, then I'll leave the logo up. Okay. you guys are impossible. So there we go. But anyway, you asked me if I'm better at blitz now. I think that objectively I am pure speed wise not as good at blitz as I used to be, like in 3-0. I think with increment I'm probably better on average, but I think it's straight up 3-0 I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be. So okay, we got bishop e3 from Magnus. Logical moves. He played h3 earlier. Of course, h3 was a typical Lufthansa move. He creates the Lufthansa for the king with king h2. He also stops knight g4 and bishop g4. So this is why now bishop e3 is a good move. There's no knight g4 anymore because h3, the pawn on h3 will capture the knight. So Alireza is going to try to get d5. He might go knight b8, c5, d5. He could play h6, but I expect h6 or knight b8 to be played. One of these two moves, unless d5 is playable. d5 might be playable. If Alireza goes into a bit of a think here, I think there's a much higher chance that he'll play d5. Does Julius Baer usually hang out with the force? I think Julius Baer is like some Swiss bank. I don't know. They're like some Swiss bank. Yeah, so Alireza plays d5. He builds the big black center. Magnus plays knight d2 immediately. So basically what Magnus is arguing is that Alireza has lost time, because we look back here, Alireza played d6 when he could have tried to play d5 in one go. So Alireza wasted time, or the tempo as we call it in Indonesia. I mean, Alireza wastes time by playing d6 and d5. So we'll see if he's actually learned how to master the tempo or not. But he does have the big black center. Event sponsored by Bear. H6, logical move, stops any bishop g5, also king h7. Maybe you can trap the bishop here on e3 potentially. I guess not, because they're still square, but it's a logical move to create the Lufthansa and maybe prepare d4 down the road. Why does Alireza look so tired? Because Alireza is 17 years old, or maybe he's 8. Actually, how old is Alireza? Maybe he's 20 already. I don't even know. Let me check. Let's see, how old is he? Alireza Faruja. He is June 18th 2003. Is born in Babel. Of course he is. Yeah, so he is 20 years old. Yeah, he's 20, right? Yeah, he's 20 years old, just turned 20. Yeah, Alireza's 20. I mean, he was chilling like in Norway chess. I mean, he was there with a girl. So he's just chilling, enjoying life, into fashion, not taking chess so seriously, it seems. And hey, who can knock him for it? So that's probably why he looks so tired, just focused on other things. Yeah. LMAO what is LMAO what about? What do you mean? What is LMAO what about? I don't know what you guys mean by that, but anyway, yeah. So yeah. So all right, so LMAO what you guys are saying, chilling with girls just seems confused. Oh yeah, so I will give you guys a little fun fact. You know, chess world is a very funny place because because a lot of things, like, you know, if you're not at the absolute, if you're not at the actual event, like Norway Chess, for example, you are not going to have any idea of who's there, who they're with, or anything, because there are very few pictures, and the pictures that do make it out are generally pictures that, like, the players or their teams or whomever want out there. So for example, like Alireza, like, he was there with his entire family, he had a girlfriend, it's all very good and fine, but none of those, you don't see any of those pictures on the news story. So like, if you weren't actually there, you wouldn't realize any part of any of that. You just wouldn't be aware of any of that. So it's kind of funny because, like, you know, on the inner side, it's just like Nepo's the same thing. Like, Nepo's been in many terms with his girlfriend. He's had a girlfriend for a very long time, but if you weren't at the actual events, you don't really see that many pictures, so you have no idea. So yeah, that is the one thing to point out. Yeah, like, people are like, people don't realize, like, if you're not at the tournament, you don't know, but like, yeah, it's exactly, yeah. Anyway, okay, Magnus looks super nervous. I don't like Magnus's position here, actually. I know the computer thinks it's fine for white. I don't really like it. Black's got a nice center here with d5 and e5. There's b4 here. I can't believe Alireza is a girlfriend. I mean, he's just a kid. He's 20 years old, you guys. He's 20. He's not like 12. What are you guys saying? Come on, be serious. He's just a kid. He might look like he's 15, but come on, he's 20 years old. Be serious. Anyway, waiting for a move from Magnus here. Magnus, I can't tell. Does Magnus look like he just woke up, or does Magnus look like he had a nice banger out last night? It looks like he went, not banger, sorry. It looks like Magnus might have been on a bender last night. He looks like he went out on a bender. His hair is definitely different. Yeah. So let's see what we got. Okay, waiting for a move from Magnus. C4 maybe a move, maybe queen e2, a lot of different options. So yeah, I always see him as 12 because I saw him in person at a tournament that young. Okay, yeah. Anyway, you guys, good one. Yeah. So yeah, waiting for a move from Magnus. C4. Computer wants rook c1. I mean, rook c1 is just a strange computer move because you're never really intending to take, because after takes, suddenly black is great control, and after takes you actually never get to use a c file because suddenly you have a pawn and a bishop in the way. So why put the rook on c1 is a very mysterious computer move that no human would play. The only way you could play rook c1 here is if somehow you've seen like an alpha 0 game, you've seen some game where you've seen a deep concept, or if you prepared it and you're blitzing out the moves. But I don't expect rook c1. Rook c1 is very unlikely, but the problem for Magnus here is I don't actually know what his best move is. That's the problem. This is a 4-game match, 15 minutes plus 10-second increment, you guys. So Alireza has to win this 4-game match. If he wins the match, there is going to be a reset, and they play two-game match, and Alireza will have to win that match as well to win overall. Yeah, he's gonna have to win a bunch of games. Yeah. So does Magnus have a GF? No, I don't think he does right now. He has in the past. Like when we all played in the World Rapid and Blitz 2019, he did. But I don't think he does right now. But of course, I'm not in Norway, so I don't know what Magnus is up to. So will we watch the full matches? We're gonna watch the whole match, without a doubt. Absolutely. Magnus thinking for a long time here. I don't think Magnus is very happy with the position that he has here. Just look at the time situation. I don't think it's good. Yeah, would I ever move to a tax-free country to save on tax? It's not likely. I mean, I already spoke about Monaco before. Monaco is the most obvious example, but in order to buy a basic flat, which is 500 square feet, I think it costs you about $5 million just to buy a flat there, a basic apartment. So I don't think so. And honestly, I think the notion of trying to like dodge tax completely is just kind of sleazy. I mean, we need basic services in this world, whether you like it or not, and somebody's got to pay. So yeah, somebody's got to pay. I mean, somebody's got to pay. Unless you'd rather, I mean, maybe you want to live in a utopia where there's no policemen, there are no fires. Like, you know, if a fire just breaks out in my house, maybe I'm supposed to like go get a hose, go get the axe, go get everything and put the fire out. But you know, in reality, this notion of like no defund the police, or like no firefighters, or like no basic health services, like that's not reality. Somebody's got to pay for that stuff, and you know, yeah. So that's the bottom line. So anyway, Burning Man has room for you. I've heard about Burning Man. I've never really been that interested in it. There are quite a few people I know There are quite a few people I know who've been to Burning Man, but it just doesn't sound right. But the richest people don't even pay it. Well, that's why we have the problems with the system, because the people who should pay their fair share do not pay their fair share. And we don't need to go off the rails on that, but yeah, we don't need to go off the rails on that, but yes. So all right, Magnus deep in the tank here. Magnus is deep in the tank. In 30 years we'll have AI police and firemen. Okay, sure, let's see that. Yeah, let's see that. Waiting for a move here from Magnus deep in the tank. Madway went. I might play Madway later. I saw there was a new map out on Madway. Yeah. Except for Elon, who paid 11 billion taxes. Well, I think Elon's a little bit different, because isn't like all of Elon's, well, the thing with Elon is because he has so many businesses as well, like he's had to sell a lot of the shares he holds, and I think he actually just straight up holds the shares. Whereas I think people like Bezos and Zuckerberg and those guys, they're a little bit more clever with how they hold their shares. Like I bet they hold them in like trusts and everything else. So yeah. Okay, waiting for a move here from Alireza. Knight H2, not the best move. Let's see what we get here. Computer wants Knight B8 here to open up the diagonal. Makes a lot of sense here, actually. I do like Knight B8, but let's see what we get. So anyway, will I play in the Solingen Baden-Baden match in Bundesliga? I'll play in the Bundesliga at some point, but you know, I'll talk about that later. So okay, waiting for a move from Alireza. Game is fairly balanced. Wait, Magnus is, you know what Magnus is doing there? I don't know if you guys noticed that. Did you see Magnus look away? You know what he's looking at? Magnus is looking at Alireza's cam in the Zoom call there. That's what he's doing. I think he's looking at the Zoom call, if I'm not mistaken. Can you see how he's looking away? It's like he's looking at the second monitor. He's probably watching soccer. They aren't seriously allowing that, are they? Are they allowing that? Because I remember there was an event I played, one of the early Chess Champions Tour, where that happened. He had two monitors and he had the second monitor on, and he literally had like a football screen on the second monitor, or a football game on. But I mean, considering recent events, let's just say, I mean, I think it's very questionable if he's actually being allowed to watch a soccer game on a second computer monitor at the same time. I mean, very questionable considering recent events if he's actually allowed to do that. So anyway, so we get Knight H2 has been played, waiting for a move here. Hikaru is the Qatar Masters before or after the Grand Swiss. It is before. Actually, that is one piece that I forgot to tell you guys, is that the event I was going to be doing in Morocco, actually it's going to be happening at different times. So because it's happening at a different time, I am going to be going to Doha to play in the Qatar Masters. That way I can play there, play Isle of Man, get the four tournaments that I need to potentially qualify for the FIDE Candidates tournament. Okay, so we get a bunch of moves. So Alireza is going to go bishop b4 here, try to plop a horse on b4, because now after here, you've got this horrible bishop on c2 that has no scope whatsoever, and you've got a great bastion. So I expect bishop b4 to be played next second. What are you guys asking? Someone's asking any new stock options you're looking at. I did a play in CRM and Salesforce before earnings. Did pretty well. I think I made about like 100% ish. Didn't do as well because after earnings came out on Wednesday night, on Thursday it kind of sold off throughout the day, and I was actually out at Disney World the whole day, so I couldn't do anything. But I did something in CRM. I skipped Broadcom. I mean, I can take a look at the earnings calendar and see if there's anything coming up. Right, so tomorrow is Labor Day, so markets are closed. Nothing on Tuesday. Nothing on Wednesday, unless you want to play GameStop, which looks kind of silly. DocuSign and RH on Thursday. Maybe RH. I mean, I follow RH. I follow Restoration Hardware pretty closely. Yeah, if I was actually looking to make an earnings play this week on options, it probably would be in RH Restoration Hardware. I mean, I remember when RH was like a $600 or $700 stock, and now it's a $380 stock. It was up 4% 4% on Friday, so who knows. Anyway, back to the chess. We did not get bishop b4, which is kind of surprising. So Alireza wants to put the knight on e6. Basically his argument, let me just make some moves, is that the knight on e6, it covers the f4 square, it also covers the c5 square, and he's looking to play this, and down the road he wants something like this, maybe even where the knight supports the c5 pawn thrust as well. So yeah, RH's cloud couch is incredible. Okay, yeah, but I have no idea. I mean, if I was looking at something to play on earnings, I'd probably be looking at RH. That's probably the one stock, just looking at the earnings write-off. So let's see, we have knight f8 played here. This is how I qualify either by rating or winning the Grand Swiss. Those are the two ways I qualify. Yeah, it's just that simple. Magnus very low on time here. He's down to 5 minutes and 42 seconds. I am deeply concerned for him. So you're ahead in the ratings by a lot. No, I'm 3 points ahead of Alireza Firouzja. I mean, one of the two of us is going to qualify for the candidates tournament. It will either be myself or Alireza. One of the two of us is qualifying by rating, almost for sure. It's just a question of who it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be one of the two of us. Also, to answer the question, like a lot of people I saw were posting like, why am I playing, why am I playing an open tournament? The bottom line is even if I only played the Isle of Man, if I didn't qualify in Isle of Man, and let's just say I do fine, and Alireza doesn't qualify either, I would have to find another tournament to play. So for me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to try and postpone it. Just play Qatar, play Grand Swiss, see what happens, chips fall where they fall, and that's that, basically. So if Alireza qualifies in the Grand Swiss, yeah, but I still need 4 tournaments. That's the whole point. I still need 4 tournaments. So that's the bottom line. I still need 4 tournaments regardless. I'm not into GME. I mean, GameStop and AMC, they were fun for a very brief window of time, and I mean, I was lucky enough to be in AMC during one of the big run-ups, during the big run-up, I should say. But like, let's live in reality. That was a bubble, and even then, like, I knew it was a bit of a joke. So we get bishop b1. So okay, Magnus makes some logical moves. Rook c1 and bishop b1, very reasonable. Rook on the open file, still some pressure in the center. He wants to put this bishop on a2 down the road, like something like this, where the bishop has great scope. Rook is on the c file, and then he can maybe even reroute the knight. So that's what Magnus is hoping for with this position. He wants to go bishop a2. Yeah. 4 FIDE circuit tournaments. Hikaru has only 1 tournament played. That is incorrect. I have 2 tournaments. Right? It's 3. I have the FIDE World Cup and I have Norway chess. So I have 2 tournaments, so I need 2 more. So yeah, so I'll be playing in Qatar October 10th to 20th roughly. And then I will be playing in I'll be playing in the Grand Swiss right afterwards. So yeah. Have I dabbled in crypto? Yeah, I actually bought Bitcoin at 900 and sold it at about 4,500. So I dabbled in it. I got out. I mean, I have a position in Ethereum that I bought at like 3,800. That's not doing well, but it was very small position, so not really concerned either way. No. Anyway, black is a little bit better here. Rook a6 is the computer move, not an insane move to play, maybe not the most obvious move, because you really kind of want to put something on b4 or a3 here. It looks right, so we'll see what happens. I made money with BTC Knights. I made money on all of them. I made money on BTC. I made money on Litecoin and Ethereum. And then after I made money in those 3, I was just like, enough is enough, and I stopped. Is Magnus vegetarian, as Wikipedia says? That's hilarious. Yeah, that's hilarious. Wait a second. It says that? Are you serious? Did someone edit his Wikipedia, or are you trolling me? I got to take a look to see if it says that. Wait, what? Wait, what? As of 2016, Carlson identifies as a social democrat and mostly follows a vegetarian diet. 2 of his sisters are vegetarians. And that, my friends, is why you do not trust an online encyclopedia that anybody can edit. Because no, Magnus is not a vegetarian. I remember Isle of Man. Where was it? It was Isle of Man 2017 or 18. And actually, no, it was 2019. Sorry, it was 2019. I remember Magnus was there with his girlfriend at the time. This was right before COVID. Magnus there with his girlfriend. I remember the last night, like, My trainer Chris and I, we went to this Italian pizza joint that still exists. Actually, let me see if I can find it. We went to this pizza joint, and Magnus got this massive pizza with pepperoni on it. Yeah. What's it called? I'm trying to find. Isle of Man is so small that I should be able to find it. Was it Enzo's? Maybe. It might have been Enzo's. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but anyway, no, Magnus got a nice big pizza with pepperoni all over it. So, and by pepperoni, of course, for all the Italianos in chat, I'm talking about salsiccia, or sausage, as we say in English. So anyway, yeah, I don't know who edited that, but yeah, they can they need a timeout. Yeah, maybe it was vegetarian pepperoni. Yeah, excuse me, but thank you. Yeah, so that's maybe the best thing I've heard in a while. So we got bishop a3, rook c4, queen d6. I'm loving Alireza's position here, by the way, considering the time. Yeah, the considering the time situation here, I do not like Magnus's position at all. I do not like his position at all here. Alireza's got all that he could ask for with the black pieces in game number 1. Yeah, it's not that it's not playable, but there are no obvious moves. Like, you don't have an obvious plan, you don't have obvious moves. For example, your rook is a little bit iffy, like bishop a2. There might be a bishop a6 trick, so it's very iffy. There's no obvious plan, and this is as much as Alireza could ever ask for with the black pieces against Magnus. And Magnus has no time. Yeah, no time, tough position to play. I mean, and objectively, black is better here. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it here for Gucci Reza. Let's see what we get. Anyway, no, but that is pretty funny, you guys. That is pretty funny. 464. But I guess there was actually an old article where he said something like that, but no, I'm just telling you guys, in 2019, I was we were all Isle of Man. I remember that last night there. I remember because Wang Hao and the Chinese group, they also went there because Wang Hao had just qualified for the candidates tournament. Yeah, the article that the link that they base off of was an article in 2016. It was 2016. So yeah, check the page again. Is it gone? No, it's still there. It's still there, but good one. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you guys are funny. You guys are hilarious. Oh, wait, is it gone? Wait, is it actually gone? Wait, why does it look like it's gone suddenly? What? No, it's still there. Okay. Anyway, all right, back to the game. So Magnus does play bishop a2. Important here that Alireza does not play bishop a6 here, because I think after rook c6, white can sack the rook and go knight takes a5 and knight c4, and suddenly in this position you have this gigantic bishop on this diagonal that's amazing in return for the sacrificed rook. So this is where Alireza needs to use a lot of time. Computer likes bishop b4 here. I don't know if he'll play it because bishop a6 is so enticing here, but we'll see. But anyway, Qatar Masters prize was 100 grand. Indeed, it is 100,000. Yeah, it is. So yeah, Magnus editing his own Wikipedia page instead of playing chess, probably. You never know. But yeah, let's see what Alireza does here. Big moment for Alireza here. Big moment. Do I think Alireza could be world champion if he takes chess seriously? I mean, of course he could be. I think that Alireza taking that time off from chess pretty much in the last like 2 years or so, the way that he's taken a step back from playing a lot of tournaments and being super serious about it. Oh no, he played it. Oh no, this is a mistake. Oh no, Magnus is gonna sack the rook. He's gonna sack the rook. He's gonna sack the rook and take the juicer. He's gonna sack the rook, right? Takes a knight a5 is gonna be good. Or wait, maybe not takes, maybe knight d4. There's knight d4, and problem with this position for Alireza, I'll tell you guys the problem is that now after we get this sack, he's gonna sack the rook for sure. Is that once Magnus sacrifices the rook, he suddenly gets all these obvious plans with everything heading towards the king's side. I mean, if Magnus doesn't sack the rook here, I'd be shocked. He's gonna sack, takes, and the problem is now everything is aiming this way towards the king's side, right? Yep, he sacks the rook. He's going to take d4, and now everything is aiming. Everything is super well placed, and Magnus is not going to have to use a lot of time here. No, the problem is actually, even though he's a long time, the ideas are too obvious. That's the problem. It's too easy for him to play now. So let's see. Although computer likes this, and it wants bishop takes h6, or no, computer's smoking something. Wait, what? I don't know. Maybe the computer's smoking something. Okay, so we get queen c6. Magnus still thinking he's gonna play knight d4. Surely. Oh, he takes the other pawn. Interesting. But this is slightly wrong, because I think this a pawn is very useless here. Like, you don't really have squares for the knight here, and this a pawn is good, but I mean, we'll see. Still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. You saw Magnus. He just did this because he's like, wait, why did I take this pawn? He can just go back. Yeah, you guys saw it. You saw Magnus. He's like, ew, what did I just do? And now he's shaking his head. And this is where, like, if Alireza was doing what I usually do, he would notice that Magnus is unhappy, because Magnus and I both watch the Zoom cams very, very closely when we're playing. We both watch the Zoom call very closely. So this could be a very long day, you guys, because we could get 2 matches. Magnus said he doesn't watch it. He does watch it when he plays me, for sure. He does for sure when he plays me, just like I do. Anyway, let's see what we get from Alireza. You watch like Poker for Tells? Absolutely. Because the other thing, and this, you know, I actually wanted to say something, because a lot of people have said certain things, but you know, for example, there was a famous former world champion who's very unhappy about some events yesterday. You know, some people, I saw some comments on random threads where they're like, you know, they're saying like, man, you know, so and so, like they don't know how to keep together, they just get angry and everything. And then you have people like Anand who never gets angry. But I would tell you guys, just to be very clear, that like all the players who are above like 2750, all the top 10 players, they do not take losing very well. And it's just a matter of some players like Anand or Fabiano, they're better at like keeping it within themselves until they get back to the room, and then they start yelling and losing their mind. But they're just better at keeping it within themselves until they get back to their room. But all the players over 2750, they get very, very upset. So yeah, like I did want to point that out, because yeah, Fabiano gets very mad as well. Yeah, Fabiano gets really angry. He's just able to not do it until he's not in public, basically. But when you're online playing these tournaments, it's actually a lot harder to keep together. So even Fabiano, like you've seen Fabiano online, like when he's played some of these Chess Champions Tour events where he gets really angry after he loses. He's just like, ugh. He does some stuff. And that's the thing, is that basically when you play online, it's actually much harder to remember that you to not like express your emotions, because you're just in your room alone, but you're actually not alone. How do I know? Because I've been playing the same terms as Fabiano for the last 20 years. Come on, you guys, be serious. Anyway, back to the game. Magnus is in a lot of trouble here. Alireza has the 2 bishops, and we're in an endgame, and Magnus has no time, and I think Magnus is going to lose this game. I think Magnus is going to lose this game because of the time situation, the fact that Alireza has 2 bishops and an easier position to play. Yeah, I think Alireza is going to win this game. If Alireza doesn't win this game, I mean, I don't even know what to say. If he's not going to win this game, he doesn't ever really deserve to be a world champion, because he's got everything. He's got the 2 bishops, he's got a rook for a knight, and he's up 2.5 minutes on the clock. I mean, he should win this. He should win this game, not because of position, because of how easy it is for him to play, combined with the time advantage. Yeah, I didn't say it's easy, but I don't expect Magnus to be able to play this perfectly. That's the reason I say it. That's the reason I say this. He's up 2+ minutes, 2 bishops. He's up the exchange, clock, board, and easier moves. Clock, board, and easier moves. But he's starting to use a lot of time here. He's starting to think. Yeah, I mean, the problem with the position is actually Magnus also, he's got these knights, but they're very, very loose. There are no bastions in the position. There's only one target here, so that's why I don't like his position. I think if Magnus has 5 minutes here, he has a pretty decent chance to draw this, but with 27 seconds versus 2 minutes, he should not draw this. But again, Alireza thinking for a long time here. I don't like his time usage. I mean, bishop e7 is the move he's looking at, and knight a5, bishop d5 with the wooden shield, I would guess. But yeah, he's using all this time. If Alireza doesn't come up with a good concept here, it's gonna start to Magnus's chances go up dramatically. Gotta go. Wait, you gotta go. Okay, he plays bishop c5, not the best move. c1, also not the best move. And see, now he's gone wrong. He's gone wrong, and on top of going wrong, you guys, he's gone wrong, and now somehow Magnus' moves are easy. He's gone completely wrong, and now he doesn't have the time edge. Magnus is going to draw this now because both these pawns are loose. Yeah, he spent like nearly 2 minutes there, didn't come with the right plan. Magnus gets a blitz out 3 or 4 quick moves. Alireza is going to have to go rook b1 and make a draw here. I'm just waiting for the reaction from Alireza here. He still looks fairly stoic though. Okay, rook c7. Magnus might actually win this, by the way. Like, Magnus might win this after rook c7. Why is Magnus thinking here? You gotta take what? So Magnus wants to try and go for knight c6 and knight b. He wants knight 6, knight b4. And f3 cuts off bishop e4 d5. Time. f3 is an amazing move, by the way. That's a great intuitive like feel. Yeah, now the bishop can't get to d5. Maybe bishop b1, bishop a2. I would check and go rook c1. Okay. Knight c6 and knight b4 with the fork. Okay. Ay. Go, you gotta move. Rook c6 and make the draw. Rook a3, I guess. There's gonna be a draw, but man, yeah, check. Yeah, rook e2. Okay, 1. Okay, this will be a draw, man. Alireza almost threw this game. He almost threw this game. It's insane. Probably bishop d5 because you're down 3 pawns. There's a bishop and 3 for the rook. You gotta go. I guess he'll still be able to draw this. He's got rook c5. He'll still draw this game, but man, yeah, rook c5 and it should be a draw, or rook a1. Okay, rook a5. Yeah, now it's just gonna be a draw because you go g6, king f7. Like rook a2 or g6. Gotta go g6 somewhere here. Maybe rook h2 or rook a4. Let's watch the cams here. I want to see the cams. Magnus goes f5. Okay, now it'll be a draw. Rook h3, king f4, and g5. We're gonna get rook versus knight probably, but it should be a draw. Yeah, king e6, knight f5 back, and then king f4. King f4, yeah. Or knight f3. King g3. Yeah, should be a draw. But man, very topsy-turvy game. Okay, so Alireza sacks and now it ends in a draw. I'm looking at Alireza's cam, so I'm trying to see how he looks here. Alireza looks surprisingly stoic, actually, considering that he just messed up a very good position. Yeah, he looks shockingly stoic. That is if his cam is working. Wait, is this just me or is this cam not moving? Let me refresh. Okay, they just changed the scene. All right, so what do we have? We have e4 c5 Sicilian here. We have a classic Paulson-ish from Magnus. He's playing as bishop b7. I think Magnus is trying very hard to push the limits right now to see exactly how far over the edge he can go. Kasparov is a fraud? No, he's not. I would say, I mean, I did have a masterclass subscription for a while, so I did look at the wait, is it frozen for me or what's going on? Wait, what is it frozen? Let me refresh. Huh? Let me refresh. What's going on? Yeah, I don't, maybe it's on my end, but I don't know. Let me open a new browser. It looks like they're frozen, or at least on mine they are. They look frozen at least. I'm trying to see if they look frozen. Yeah, they're kind of frozen. I don't know why. Or is it just my imagination? Okay, now it's unfrozen, it looks like. Yeah. There is very still, exactly. So all right, finally my internet is better than someone else's. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. I'm not dropping frames though. Yeah, I mean, I'm not dropping frames, so okay, now it looks fine. Yeah, weird. Let me put it down. We'll see if that makes it better. It's definitely stuttery though, right? But the camera on the right is completely fine. No, the camera on the right is completely fine. Music is completely fine also for anyone who's watching. You just have to turn up on your end. Yeah, it's only the cams that are stuttery, so it's not on my end. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, got bishop e2, c5, castles, queen c7, probably f4 or knight d6 will be played here. Knight d6 I think is a very old line, and if takes, you actually lose the horse or the queen, one way or the other. I think after takes, queen c6. Trying to remember, I think this line is like f3 c4 queen d4 or something, but it's been a long time since I've seen this specific setup. Bishop f3 is a bad move because you hang the pawn on e5. I don't know what Magnus is eating. It looks like he's eating a hot dog, doesn't it? Or am I crazy? Is he eating a sausage? Or is that a carrot? I can't tell. It's a carrot? Okay. Actually, yeah, it looks like a carrot, right? It's just a raw uncooked hot dog. Yeah. So okay, so we did get what I expected. f3 e5 not c4, which I think was the old line. We get e5 here. He's a vegetarian dude. Exactly. Yeah, he's a vegetarian. Exactly, right? He remembers he's supposed to be a vegetarian. Yeah, but yeah, just to be clear, I mean, Magnus is not a vegetarian. He eats meat all the time. So yeah, in fact, I think the only top player who sort of has kept to like the pescatarian diet is probably Levon Aronian. I think we get knight f4, so looks really ugly. What exactly is going on? Aren't you just losing a pawn here? Is Magnus trying to lose this match? Wait, isn't white just up a pawn here after takes and queen d? I'm confused, legitimately confused. Queen d2 and white's just, I mean, does he really intend to play g5 here? I mean, I'm really confused what Magnus is doing. During the Lex Fridman interview area, he said he was vegetarian, so maybe it's recent. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a recent thing. I mean, Anand mostly avoids meat, but he does eat chicken, I believe. I think as he's gotten older, he started eating chicken. But Vishy for a very long time did not eat anything, or not anything, but he didn't eat a lot. So, or he didn't eat meat. Sorry, meat or fish. I don't think. But Vishy definitely, like, I think Vishy even in interviews said that he'll eat chicken now and then. So, but yeah, for most of Vishy's career, he was a vegetarian. Most of Anand's career, he was vegetarian. He didn't eat meat or fish. He wants castle queen. I mean, I guess he thinks this is okay, but like honestly, after castle bishop, not rook d1, of course, after bishop d1, how are you not in a lot of trouble here? White's got great bishop scope. I mean, this computer agrees with me, by the way. Computer thinks black is in a lot of trouble here. Well, let's see. Okay, so Alireza plays bishop d3 instead. Actually, a nice move here. I like this move. So now after castles, maybe there's bishop e4 takes and like queen d2, and there's gonna be some massive attack here, like on the queen side with like b4 and rook b1. Oh wow, it's +3. So actually, yeah, I like this idea from Gucci Reza. And if queen d6, I think after rook e1 king f8, like queen e2 or something, white should be fine. Maybe bishop f5 also. Either way, this looks really good for white. Yeah. Magnus' rapid rating, I think that's his online rating on chess.com, and he's been winning a lot of games, so it's not too surprising. So yeah, I think Magnus is probably eating a carrot just to be funny. I don't think he's doing it. I think it's actually a very planned move on his part to eat a carrot here to sort of fit in with the memes, because like, wasn't Fabiano drinking milk or something on stream? So I think it's a way of trying to like be funny. He's trying to be funny by doing it. He would not normally do this, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what Magnus does here, though. He's thinking, will he take the pawn, or will he castle long or short? He really has three options: castle the king, or eat the juicer on d6. Yeah, I think you're right actually about testing Alireza. I think Magnus is basically trying to see how far he can push the envelope against Alireza. Like, can he push it this far and get away with it? Can he not push it? I think that's a lot of what he's doing. Is he's trying to push the envelope to see just how far he can go. Like, how bad a position can he get? So Magnus thinking here, waiting for a move. Mental games, I think these are mental games actually. I do believe that. I do believe that it's mental. This is definitely a mental game situation. I agree for sure, absolutely. So he takes the pawn. Interesting choice. Now this is not a move that I'm a big fan of, I'm gonna be honest. I think after rook e1 king f8 bishop f5, what's the computer say? Like +1. Oh, there's also bishop e4, which might be close. I mean, is this actually winning or not? e5. No, this is actually losing for black. This is losing. Let's see. We get rook e1. Apparently king d8 is the best move. King d8 and rook e8. Tricky position. Magnus is far more superior than these guys. In general, I would kind of agree with that. Yeah, I think he's pushing the envelope. Alireza's technique has not been good enough, and I mean, if it's not good enough at the you know, where we're at today, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. He wants to practice holding down bad positions since he never gets practice. Maybe you're right. Maybe he wants to do that. You never know. Yeah, maybe that's part of the meme. He wants to try and say he's better at holding bad positions than that guy Hikaru. Maybe that's what he's aiming for. I don't know. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty five head to do that. Yeah. That would be pretty funny actually. So he plays king d8, the best move in the position. Yeah, he said you're better at coming back from bad positions. I mean, that's obviously true, because I mean, he doesn't get as many bad positions. Yeah, it's true. You can only save worse positions when you end up in them, right? Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah. Okay, waiting for a move from Alireza. Computer likes queen b3. He goes bishop f5, which I mean, I guess this is still good for white, but you're in another end game. You're in another end game here. I mean, Alireza is never going to lose this, but I'm just wondering if he can win. Am I going to play it all today? We already played quite a bit of blitz. I got my rating very close to 3,300, so we're going to be covering this for now. The stream is pretty straightforward. Tomorrow, of course, we'll be streaming here on Kick for... Actually, no. Tomorrow we will be streaming here on Kick. We have a big day. I start playing the Speed Chess Championship tomorrow, so I'm going to be playing the Speed Chess Championship. First round matchup against Yu Yang. It's going to be about 3 hours. You play 5+1 blitz, 3+1, and 1+1. So you play you play all different formats. So I'm gonna be playing Yu Yang tomorrow. So we're gonna have a nice long stream here on Kick. Tuesday I will be back on Twitch for Titled Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I'm traveling to St. Louis, Missouri for the 960 event, which I'll be playing and starting, I believe, on Friday if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Speed Chess Championship starts tomorrow, you guys. Yes. So it starts at 9 a.m. So I'll probably be starting on Twitch at like 8:30ish and coming over to Kick right around 9 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, do I know why Nepo isn't playing the SEC? I don't know. I mean, I assume he didn't get an invite, and I assume he didn't try to qualify, so it is what it is. Probably was, I mean, obviously he's busy playing a lot of tournaments and things, so he probably just didn't realize there were qualifiers, didn't play in them, and that's how it goes. But yeah, starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time, correct? So if you are on the Pacific coast or you're on the West Coast, it'll be 6 a.m. Did I see Nepo's tweet? I did see it, but I mean, I don't know what Nepo really wants. I mean, what does Nepo want? That's what I don't know. I mean, what does he want? He wants an invite. Well, I mean, but he's never performed well in the SEC. I mean, he's never performed well in the SEC, so why should he get an automatic invite? He's always lost in the first or second round. I mean, you could make an argument that maybe they have too many qualifiers or something, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know, maybe you can make that argument that perhaps they should have more invited spots, but I mean, the players who got invited were who? It was me, Magnus, of course, Alireza, of course, and who else? Like, I mean, I don't know who else didn't qualify, but yeah, it's a little bit strange for Jan to die on that hill. I want a flying bike. Okay, yes. Okay, so we're waiting for a move here from Magnus. I think King C7 might be a mistakes of Rook E7. Not 100% sure. Actually, it's mistakes of Rook C5 and Bishop E4. But we'll see. Ding has done much better than Nepo. Yeah, he's done much better. Yeah, Jan lost in the first round of the previous two SECs. Yeah, of course, yours truly. I mean, I am trying to defend my title. I've won the SEC, I think, 5 years in a row. So I am the 5-time defending champion at Speed Chess Championship. So I'll try to win it for a 6th year in a row. No guarantees. It's obviously a very difficult event. A lot of very strong players. So we'll see. Yeah, I've won it 5 in a row. So we'll see. I'm the 5-time. Yes, exactly. Yep. Okay, waiting for a move here. Magnus still thinking quite a bit in this position, so let's see what he does. He's using quite a bit of time here. Is Daniel playing in the SEC? No, he's not. I think the SEC is the first event that Ding Liren is playing in like 5 months, maybe. I mean, Ding Liren just does not play chess anymore. He's basically retired. Like, I'm kind of joking a little bit, but I'm also not. Like, Ding just doesn't play chess anymore. So see, yeah, his last move was super out, which was in what, like May? Maybe it was like end of April even. I don't know when it was, but yeah. So who knows? Ding is a very strong player, absolutely. Of course, Ding's going to defend the world championship because he's going to get at least like 500 grand after the China government takes their 50% away from him. He'll still get like 500k, so he'd have to be insane not to defend his title. So anyway, A5 is the best move according to the computer. I do not really understand why it's the best move. I mean, once I see the reason, it makes sense. Because something like this, you go Rook A5, and you can get some position like this maybe where you get the structure and the rook targets the pawn. So I guess a5 makes sense because after takes king e7 now there's no square, so the rook's a little bit iffy here on c5 here. Ding's government took away 50%. That's crazy. Oh, that's just standard practice. Yeah, that's just standard practice for all the player. I mean, maybe it's changed, but at least in the old days, going back a few years, it doesn't matter. Like even Hu Yifan, when she played tournaments, like all those guys, 50% went right to the Chinese Chess Federation. I mean, I didn't think that was exactly a secret, but anyway, let's see. Magnus using a lot of time here, but still a lot of play in the position. So didn't I lose to Perugia in 2021? No, that was the bullet chess championship, not the speed chess championship. A5 is to prevent b4. So you're saying like if you get this position there's some b4, and you get b5. Very deep, because if you get b5 for example, just to illustrate the point, then you can remove the bishop which guards the pawn. If the bishop moves you lose the game immediately. So actually a5, I mean, this is why computers are so good, because it stops all the b4 b5 ideas. So here you can no longer remove the bishop by getting the pawn here, because pawn stops this. That's pretty deep, pretty deep concept. So jeez. Yeah, jeez, right on cue. Exactly. Yeah, this is why you don't like playing Magnus in endgames. Exactly. Yeah, this is why you hate playing Magnus in endgames. Would I not find that? I mean, I think there's a decent chance I would find it, but still, it's like, it's not an obvious move, and it's just he heard me. Yes, of course, you guys, he heard me, obviously. But yeah, very, very nice move. Also, a5 also stops another idea, which is like if you go h6, there's also this idea too. But by playing a5 now, if you take after takes here, there's rook a7 to hold the juicer, because a5 created the square. So makes some sense. So we get takes king e7, waiting for a move from Alireza. Where did I go on vacation? I went to Orlando. I went to Disney World. So I was in Orlando for about a week, just chilling, taking a break. I was still making YouTube videos every day, but I was taking a bit of a break. So that's what I was up to. Yeah. Do I think Daniel would do okay in the SEC? No, I think Daniel would do very poorly because the format has an increment. If the SEC, actually, I'll give you a hot take. If the Speed Chess Championship was 5-0, 3-0, and 1-0, I mean, I think Daniel would probably get crushed by too big of a margin in the 5-0 to be competitive objectively. But if he could survive the 5-0 portion, he would probably be one of the, I don't want to say favorites, but he'd probably finish in the top 4. He'd probably finish in the top 4 if there was no increment. If Daniel were invited, it was 5-0, 3-0, 1-0, I think he'd probably lose to either myself, Magnus, or Alireza. And everybody else, he would be very close to 50-50. It would all depend on the 5-minute. If he was able to survive the 5-minute, I think he would probably be he would actually be the favorite in almost any match, except against me and Magnus and Alireza. So the increment makes a massive difference. Nihal is very good, but I think I mean, again, Nihal, it's very hard to judge. I mean, Nihal maybe as well, but I just feel like I just feel like if there was no increment, Daniel would be a major force to be reckoned with. Okay, so waiting for a move from Magnus. Computer likes rook b8, not the obvious move. Takes is bad because of check and then rook e4, and suddenly you're going to lose a juicer out of nowhere. Rook b8 is just a really tough move to play because rook c8 is rook c8 is the obvious human move, but now apparently rook f5 is strong. So again, after takes, you have the tickle, you collect the bishop and you hit everything. Let's see if Alireza can find rook f5 here. Not an obvious move. Yeah, you know what's funny? It was surprising last week Hikaru won against Magnus in 5 minutes alone. I expect Hikaru to do better in 3 and 1, not 5. I actually think in 5, in the SEC, I like the 5+1 the most. Stop telling Magnus the moves. Stop telling him the moves. I know, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know, I mean, but that's not on me. That's on the fair play people to check and make sure that, you know, make sure that Magnus is not watching my stream on his second monitor. That's not my responsibility. I'm just out here doing my commentary. If Magnus is watching on his second monitor, that's on chess.com to figure it out. That's not my problem. So I thought Disney World is not part of Florida anymore. Right, exactly. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so let's not get into Ronnie Boy and all his nonsense. Not right now, at least. So rook f5 should be played here. It's the best move here. Yeah, let's not get into Ronnie Boy and all his idiotic thoughts about everything. If rook f5 f6 by was someone who's saying this after takes there's rook f4 to takes. Nope, but he plays check. Still good for white, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah. How did I beat Magnus in the SEC? Because I was just better than him. I built him massively in the 5+1, and I think Magnus beat me in the 3+1, but also in the 1+1. Although 1+1 I think was very, very close, and then the last game or two, like I was trying to bleed the clock out. So yeah. So you get takes rook d7, of course, with a classic kebab to eat all the juicers, but I think after rook d8 it's just a draw. Yeah, computer says it's a draw. Yeah, gonna be a draw. Did I see all the things somebody said about me in chess bra? Sorry you guys, the best way to deal with someone who's running their mouth is just not give them relevance and respond. That's the bottom line. So we get d takes c6, probably rook d7 will be played here from Alireza. I don't see any other moves that make sense, but again, it's like Alireza had a big edge, makes me 1 or 2 inaccuracies, and just like that, Magnus is gonna draw the game. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to Florida next year, but phobia of bugs in the house. Do bugs get into your apartment home easily? Not super easily, I guess I would say. So anyway, yeah, let's see, waiting for a move here. Is it fair to say that your playing rapid performance is lag behind the classical? I mean, the reason my rapid performance has been so poor is because I actually find it very hard to play rapid because I don't really know what the right time usage is. So like a lot of times when I play rapid, I feel like I go too fast in the first 10 moves trying to build up a time advantage rather than letting the game come to me. And when you're playing 25 minutes, it's very, very tricky. It's very tricky because you have to budget the time the right way. Like you don't want to go too fast early because 25 minutes is a long time, but you also don't want to go too slow. And I found that my general time usage has been pretty bad, and I just haven't been able to find the rhythm in the slow rapid with 25 minutes. 15 minutes I still enjoy a lot, but the 25 minutes I struggle to find the I had to find the right balance somehow. I don't know why, but yeah. Flying roaches, are you serious? Is that common? Yeah, they're flying roaches in Florida, of course. What, am I gonna ruin your vacation in Florida by saying that? No, of course there are, obviously. I mean, I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but yeah, of course there are. Maybe I shouldn't say. I don't want to ruin your trip to Florida. I don't want to ruin your trip to Florida. You talk to the wife, you talk to your wife, and you tell the wife, well, you know, I was watching Hikaru stream. Hikaru said they're flying roaches in Florida. We can't go to Florida anymore, babe. We got to go somewhere else. Anyway, yeah. So okay. Wait for a move here from Alireza. Rook a5, I think the problem is takes here, king e7. You can't save the a2 pawn, you lose the game. Yeah, so no, I think Magnus is going to save it. Actually, you see the way Magnus is leaning back? He's leaning back. Magnus very clearly thinks he's saved the game at this point. Yeah, he thinks he saved the game. No, if Magnus wins the third game, it's not over because Alireza could win the fourth game to force the Armageddon. Yeah. Yeah, I think Magnus knows he's saved the game. Yeah, he knows he's saved it already. How comfortable is the chair you're using for streaming? Can you rate it 1 to 10? It's an Amazon Basics chair. It's about $120. I would say that, I mean, I've used it for a long time now. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think what I would say is probably, it's probably about a 7.5. 7.5 probably. I really like it though. So yeah, where's the champion chess tour chair? Is sitting off to the side. I'm not going to use it. We've already had that discussion. It's a Secret Labs chair. It's pretty terrible. To do the classic Mike Tyson imitation, I mean, when I sit in that chair, I break my back. I mean, I have a broken back whenever I use that chair, so no thank you. Yeah, okay, game's gonna be a draw now because you're gonna lose the pawn a2 and b2. Just nothing exciting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a classic Mike Tyson line, right? I broke my back. So yeah, I broke my back. Yes. Right? Am I wrong?
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
Yeah, like anyone who missed it, since the game's petering out, let's just watch one quick clip. Yeah, we can watch one quick quick clip for anybody who's confused as what I'm referring to. I'm referring to this clip basically where
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
You did that in sparring?
No, I did it by a motorcycle accident. The doctor discovered I was doing my sit-ups 2,500 a day with my 20-pound weight, and one day I couldn't move anymore. And I asked the doctor, what's wrong? And he said, believe it or not, it's wearing your back is broken slightly.
Mike, were you
yeah, okay, anyway, back to the game. Sorry you guys, I just had to do that. Back to the game. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sorry, I just had to do that. Okay, game's gonna be a draw pretty soon. I broke my back exactly. Yeah, we're gonna get like rook h7 check, and here check, and here and check, and game's gonna be a draw pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we get rook g4, which actually is not a bad move from Alireza, but I think again Magnus is going to keep checking the king forever, and there's like f5, and again with all the weak pawns there should be a draw pretty soon. Yeah, check, king d3, probably f5 as always. Yeah, 2,500 sit-ups exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a classic, of course. So whenever I use the Secret Labs chair, I mean I break my back, so that's why I don't use the Secret Labs chair. It's half-half. This game's going to be a draw, which means we're guaranteed to get 4 classical games today. Yes, we're going to get at least 2 more games regardless, so we're going to get the full amount of the games in the classical portion. There we go. All right, game number 3 starting. We have another Spanish, the Espanol. Magnus plays knight c3 this time instead of playing d3 or rook e1. d3 and rook e1 are the 2 main moves, so knight c3 are a little bit different, not supposed to be all that dangerous, but anyway. All right, waiting for a move here. Let's see what we get. Get d3. Probably d6 will be played here because Alireza would love to play knight a5 and trade the knight for this great bishop, but here it hangs upon e5, so probably d6. 2 games, 2 draws. Magnus has been a little bit worse, probably outright losing the first one. Second one wasn't as bad, but he was in trouble. He was able to save an endgame, so 2 draws. So we'll probably get d6 to guard the pawn, something like this, and then a3, and then bishop g4. In fact, I think this was what was played in the final game between Prague and Fabiano, I think, in the World Cup. So let's see. That was the game that Fabiano lost, by the way. So let's see. So we're definitely going to get 4 games in this match, if not Armageddon, but this is probably the critical game. Magnus seems upset the position isn't bad enough for him. Absolutely true. Absolutely. What are these songs for? Do you actually like them? They're just random. I love them. Look at a Chesscom tweet. Okay, let's see. What did Chesscom tweet? What did they tweet? Okay, there's some ridiculous tweet about Supercell. Oh, a look back at our previous SEC champions. Okay, this is a very exciting. Look at this list of champions. 2016 and 2017, Magnus Carlsen. 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, Hikaru Nakamura. So basically, this starts to look like a some tennis graph or something. Literally, you have like 2 or 3 players winning every single time. So yeah. All right, good stuff. Back to the game. No move yet from Alireza here, which is interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Magnus played in 2021 and 2022. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did Alireza confuse his lines here? What is this? I mean, the line where you sack the pawn normally occurs in the following variation. After bishop e7, it's normally rook e1. b5 bishop b3 castles, and after I believe it's after a4 there's a knight a5 move here, which I think is what Magnus played against Jan Nepomniachtchi or something like this. But I don't believe this is a position where this is correct, and actually Engine hates it. Engine absolutely hates what he's done. Yeah, the Engine hates it. Hates it. Why did Hikaru not cover PogChamps? I wasn't involved with the event, first of all. Secondly, I was playing the World Cup. So let's see what we got. I think Alireza is going to lose this game and probably lose the match, honestly. Why am I not in CCT? Because I was actually going on vacation. I spoke about it earlier, so those of you guys who were here earlier, and this sounds repetitive, sorry about that, but basically when I decided to go on vacation like 3 or 4 months ago, the SEC was scheduled to be a couple days earlier than it ended up being. I think they did that because of the event in Dusseldorf, if I'm not mistaken, but it was supposed to be a little bit earlier, so it was going to conflict directly with my vacation time. So because of that, I didn't even bother trying to qualify from I didn't try playing the qualifier to make it into the event. That's why, because I was going to be on vacation. Now they did push it back a few days, so I probably could have tried, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just how it goes sometimes. Let's see what we got. From where do you get these chess terms? What chess terms? I'll probably play the qualifier. Yeah, I'll probably try to play the qualifier for the next event, most likely, but we'll see. So, okay, rook e8 played. Magnus will go like knight g3 or knight f3. One of these two moves he will almost certainly play here. Probably knight f3. Why is white better? Because white simply has extra pawns. If you count, you have ichi ni san yon, ichi ni san yon go roku shichi hachi. You have ichi ni san yon go roku nana. That's all you have. Or I said shichi and nana back actually interposed, but they mean the same thing. So yeah, white has 8, black has 7. Yeah. Let's see, Magnus still hasn't moved yet. Yeah, of course he plays knight f3. Yeah, Alireza is just down a pawn for nothing. Yeah, he's just down a pawn for nothing. Unfortunate. We'll see. Oh, do you think Alireza made a mistake, or is it something prepared? I think he just made a mistake. No, I think he just made a mistake. He's just down a pawn for absolutely nothing. Oh, so you're Japanese? I'm half Japanese, half American, basically. So yeah. No, I mean, he's just completely lost. He's just down a pawn, like h3 here to stop bishop g4, and then like rook e1. White's just up a pawn for absolutely nothing. I don't really speak Japanese because I grew up here in America, so primarily I speak American. I do speak some other languages as well, but not the Asian ones. So yeah, so I speak American, I speak Italian, I speak Spanish, and bits and pieces of like French, bits and pieces of French, bits and pieces of Japanese. Yeah. Okay, Magnus plays c4, a move that I really like here. Magnus plays c4. I really like. Okay, thank you, Zoast. Appreciate it. Thank you. Trying to get banned, dude? Seriously? So we get c4 here. So white trying to overgrip the white trying to overgrip the d5 square with a c4 move, and yeah, like what the heck was? Jeez. Ben Feigl said your Italian is better than Fabiano's. It is actually, like, not trying to flex or anything, but it is. It's much better because I actually was around people who don't speak any English. So yeah, no, I'm not actually trying to flex, but yeah. Okay, let's see what we get here from Alireza. His position is absolutely miserable here. Do I speak England? You mean British English? I mean, I have British English incorporated into my, like, I use a fair chunk of British words, but I don't really have an accent. Yeah. I mean, if you play end peasant though, after take, suddenly white's pawns are undoubled. The one problem white has here is you have the double pawns, so the extra pawn is a double pawn. I forgot Italian. I mean, if I speak it enough, it'll come back slowly but surely. But okay, we got bishop f8. I mean, all Magnus needs to do is eventually play d4, activate the bishop. So he goes h3, logical move, stops bishop g4, stops knight g4, idea of king h2 here. There's an article about why chess isn't popular in Japan. Same reason it's not popular in China or Korea. The only difference is in China, the government has done a lot on like on a certain level to try and support chess. So that's why you have all these really talented players, but the average Chinese person doesn't give a flying fridge about chess. They care about Shangxi, the Chinese version of chess. Same thing in Japan. Everybody cares about shogi, the Japanese version of chess. So it's actually the same thing in both places. The only difference is in China, they're I don't even know, I mean, I don't know the reasons, but there's been support, or they've done things to try and make chess grow there. But for the average person in China, they don't care about chess at all. Seriously, in China it's the exact same thing. They don't care. They care about Shangxi, the Chinese version. So anyway, let's see what Alireza does. Probably gonna go g6, but he's just down a pawn here. He's got a miserable position. I think he's just gonna lose. And yes, in Korea they have go. Exactly, you're right. In Korea they have go. I forgot. You're right. So there are only 2 Japanese GMs, I believe, in the world. Maybe there are 3. There's myself. There is Joel Lautier, who represented France for a long time, who's a grandmaster. His mother, I believe, is Japanese. There might be 1 or 2 others. I'm trying to think if there are any other Japanese GMs. I think there's another one, actually. Who am I forgetting? Trying to remember. There's another one too that I'm forgetting from somewhere, I think. Let me see if I can find. I'm trying. There's one other one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like there's one other GM that's Japanese, has Japanese descent, but I can't recall right off. But anyway, okay. We get this. I mean, Magnus is just completely winning. He's gonna go knight d2, knight c4, win the pawn on d6. He gets a golden bastion on c4 here. This knight is just a huge horse. Alireza is just lost, and now his bishop is passive too. If he ever goes f5, white will go e5 here down the road. No, I mean, Alireza is basically lost here. Yeah. No, I mean, it's just over. Alireza is just completely lost in this game. Am I recording the stream to upload? I will upload it later, but after the match ends, I'm of course going to go and do my YouTube video, as always, my YouTube recap. So yeah, if Alireza loses this game, he is in a must-win situation in the final game. He has to win with the white pieces in game 4, or that's it. So, and Alireza is going to lose this game. Like I'm just right now already, I'm trying to think about which games I'm going to cover in my recap already. I think I'll probably cover, because game 2 was so short, I'll probably cover the first 3, but we'll see. But that's where I'm at. Yeah, Hikaru's Hikaru Abulary, golden bastion, wooden shield, juicer. Exactly. Yeah, like here, just bishop g3 and knight d2, knight c4. It's just so bad here for black. I mean, what Alireza is going to try to do is go g4 and try to get some activity. Something like this, for example, where he gets play maybe on the g file, maybe f5, and he can use the double scopes, but I don't think that's going to happen here. In fact, there's also a nice tactic here with knight g5. You sack the queen, and there's knight f7, smothered checkmate on the king on h8. So not really loving it. Not really loving it here for Alireza. Not loving it at all. Am I checking Division 2 and Division 3? No, not following at all. I don't have time for it. Alireza said Hikaru couldn't mate. That's not exactly what he said. He was saying that when I didn't mate, he reviewed it. But there is one thing that should be mentioned about that bishop and knight, which is when that happened, that was actually an event where there was no increment. So I did have a minute on the clock, but I had no increment. So it is quite different. With the 1 second increment, I would have of course won it, but with no increment, when I was unable to get Notabrex king out of the center right away, I kind of just panicked, and then I was down to like 30 seconds and I just couldn't do it. So there is one big difference to be pointed out. Now, should I have been able to mate in a minute? Probably I should have, but I just panicked and I wasn't able to do it. Have I ever played Japanese or Chinese versions of chess? I've played shogi. I've never played Shang-Chi. I'm familiar with how to play Shang-Chi, but I have played shogi. So we're gonna get knight d2, I think, here. I think knight d2 takes g3 followed by knight c4, and just looks like white's doing very, very well here. Eventually you'll go after the pawn at h3. Do I speak Norwegian? No, I don't speak Scandinavian languages. Sorry, I don't. Magnus will probably use a little bit of time here. Do I miss Magnus? I don't know what you mean by that exactly. Do I miss playing against him? Absolutely I do. But on the other hand, I feel like I've played too much chess recently, so I don't feel that bad. Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, like, if the thing is, I've played so much chess in recent times. That's the thing. Like, I've played so many tournaments, so I feel like, I mean, I actually, I don't really miss playing chess the most. If I don't miss playing chess, and obviously I don't miss facing Magnus, but of course in probably a couple of weeks I'll play him again in Qatar. Now he takes on g4, which maybe is wrong here. If Alireza can get like f5 in, suddenly the scopes are very active. Maybe do I miss only up? I might play Madway later just to torture myself, so we'll see. I might play Madway, so we'll see. Although I think in Madway there's some new map. I saw something about a new map. There's a new sand map or something. I think there's a beta map, because when I opened it last night to take a look, there was some new maps. So all right, so probably we'll get takes and f5, trying to bring the queen in. Computer wants king f1. I guess white's much better, but is it so easy to play? I'm not so sure. But probably I won't play Madway, because I'm probably going to do my recap, so very unlikely. Yeah. Wait, we got king f1. Wait, we got king f1. Like, seriously, they need to check Magnus. They need to make sure that he doesn't have my stream open on the second monitor. Seriously, he's like playing all the moves that I'm mentioning. Yeah, check him PC. Yeah. Yeah, those of you guys are talking about Alireza representing Iran. No, Alireza left Iran about, I want to say 2 years ago, so he's been in France ever since. The funny thing is, Alireza doesn't actually play any of the team events for France. Like, he switched federation, but part of what my understanding was the agreement with France was when he switched federation, he'd play and represent them in some of the international events like the Olympiad, but Alireza doesn't even bother playing those events. So it's kind of a weird situation. It's just kind of a weird situation. So waiting for a move here from Magnus. King e2 is the best move to play as like a classic Bond Cloud, but we'll see if we get it. Spell chess, is that the new like Supercell Clash of Clans game or something? I don't know what you mean by that. So yeah. Oh, we get rook b1, which is apparently not the best. Oh, I think it's because apparently you're supposed to take with the d pawn, but now after rook b1 takes king h8, suddenly you're gonna have problems on the f file, maybe like something like this. I mean, it's not like white's not better still. I'm just trying to understand. Can you take, maybe go queen f3? No, then queen d1, and then the king, the juice is loose. You want run the king to c2. Huh. I don't like Alireza's position objectively, but we'll see. He has a chance to maybe save the bacon here. Maybe bishop h6 is a move too, like rook f8 or bishop h6. King h8 is the comp move. I don't really expect that. I expect rook f8 or bishop h6 here. Yeah, I mean, once the juice gets loose, like, that's just how it goes. Yeah. No, it's not. Alireza, his father, uses chess talent to change the whole family life to the better. They might not care about France at all, if I'm being honest. I don't know, but see, queen f3 is wrong, because yeah, now you have queen d1, and then once the juice gets loose, with king e2, king d2, king c2. Your king is very safe, and white starts to attack on the g file. Yeah. Queen d1 is the only move, though. That's the problem with the position. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what we get. Okay, trades. I guess we'll get a 4, a3. I mean, Magnus is still much better, but the problem with this problem with this endgame objectively, it's another endgame, and Magnus is very good at endgames. On the other hand, however, you have an outside pass pawn, but you can't break the structure. If white gets b3, how do you break the structure? Like, even if you get this position, you can never weaken this chain of pawns, and you can't create a pass pawn. Like c4, I can always just take. So if you can't break the structure and you can't get a pass pawn, then I don't really know what you're doing. And white's gonna go f4, e5 down the road to break your chain, like something like this, just to illustrate the point. Let me set it up. Something like this, for example. White can attack the base of the black chain here, and white probably is winning, but black can't really ever attack the chain of pawns here. Thoughts about Gukesh D? Very, very strong player. I mean, I find the whole India thing a little bit weird because, I mean, Prague had a great World Cup. Don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously beat me, beat Fabiano, but Gukesh is definitely the stronger player at the moment as far as classical chess goes, and it seems like all the attention is on Prague. So it's kind of a little bit weird to me, the dynamics. But if anything, maybe that's good for Gukesh, because Gukesh, no one's talking about him, so like he has extra motivation, relatively speaking. So I find it a little bit weird, actually, that like everyone's talking about Prague when Gukesh is like 40 points higher rated than him in classical, and Gukesh is, I think, younger and stronger objectively, at least in classical. So Prague, Gukesh, Vita, Arjun, who do you think is most underrated? I mean, I guess I would say Arjun is underrated, but like I don't really think they're underrated. Yeah. So Prague has done better recently. That's not actually true, though. That's the funny thing. Gukesh is leading the FIDE circuit. It's one event, the World Cup. I mean, the World Cup is the one thing that the stream is delayed. I mean, Prague did much better in the World Cup. Make no mistake. Well, actually, no, he didn't. Gukesh just faced Magnus one round earlier. So like it's kind of weird. Like, I mean, you can make the argument that could have been Gukesh. It would have been Gukesh playing Magnus in the finals if they were flipped on the side. It's just that Gukesh ran to Magnus one round earlier. So Gukesh actually has been doing better on average. So I find it a little bit weird. I feel like I rarely hear about Vita. Well, Vita is different, you guys. Vita is different. Yeah. Prague is a local in Tamil Nadu, whereas Gukesh's parents are from the neighboring state. It makes a huge difference. Politics is huge in India. Oh, so you're saying that Gukesh is from like the wrong area or something? By the way, Magnus is apparently winning now. Bishop e5 apparently is a blunder. Why? Because you have f4, rook g1, and there's some like rook f1 trick, I guess. No, what's the win? You can trade and go king e. Okay, I mean, this apparently is winning, but there's no way f4 is going to be played here. Yeah. Prague is younger. Are you sure? Isn't Gukesh 17? Prague is older. Prague is 18 years old. Gukesh is 17. Prague is 18. Yeah, no. I mean, Gukesh is younger, even if he looks like he's 15 years older. Yeah. I mean, Gukesh looks like he's 15 years older, but he's actually younger than Prague. I mean, so it's like, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, all right. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it that Prague looks like he's 12 years old and Gukesh looks like he's 30, but still. Anyway. All right. Let's see. 2 rounds earlier? No. What do you mean 2 rounds earlier? No, Gukesh lost to Magnus, I believe. Didn't Gukesh lose in the semifinals? Or no, sorry, not the semifinals. He lost one round earlier because Magnus played Abasov, right? That's right. Yeah, correct. Am I happy to play Gary Kimovich Kasparov in the next event? Yeah, it's always fun playing Gary chess. Absolutely. I don't think Alireza is going to save this game because of the time situation. Yeah, I think the time situation is a big problem here for Alireza. Older videos of Gukesh looks like he's 9 and suddenly he became 25. Okay, conspiracy theorists. Thank you for that. Yeah. Thank you for that. D4 is apparently the best move. I do not expect this to happen at all because of Rook A2. Magnus is not going to want to simplify the position here, I don't think. I mean, D4 is the best move, but I don't really expect Magnus to try and simplify it. We'll see. Let's see what we get, though. Yeah, D4 is completely a reasonable move. The problem is that it makes all of Alireza's moves too obvious. Like, Alireza suddenly can start blitzing out a lot of moves, and he doesn't have a lot to think about. That's the main reason I don't really expect D4 here. Yeah. So, anyway. But yeah, you guys are saying Gukesh is from, like, he's not from Tamil Nadu or something, so, like, he doesn't get the same press. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but kind of weird still. Kind of weird. Vishy is Vishy from Tamil Nadu or not? Or is it just Vishy's god no matter what, maybe? So anyway, waiting for a move here from Magnus. He's using a bit of time, so the more time he uses, the more that I think D4 becomes a move. Yeah, I mean, the reason this is so good is because basically what you can do is you can run your king up and take. But the thing that the argument I was making is that black can start pushing the P very quickly down the board, and you have like Rook F2. So we'll see. Vishy is also from Tamil Nadu. Okay, so it's some kind of weird whatever. Okay. So let's see. What I think of Parham Magsudulu, I think Parham is a very strong player from Iran. I mean, good player. We'll see how good he gets, but I mean, who knows? Do I react to certain videos? No, I don't, you guys. I said before, like, I said it earlier, and I guess I'll say it again. There's a simple answer to that, which is like, some people try to start drama. They try actively to create drama. The best way to deal with such situations is simply to not respond at all and show how irrelevant they are. That's just the bottom line. So, all right, we get King F8 played here. Idea King E7 from Alireza. What he's arguing here is his king gets close to central pawns, and if white can't push F4 here, what do you do? That's the bottom line. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not playing this tournament simply because I didn't play the qualifier, because I was going to be on vacation. We're probably not going to play Madweight today. I'll play Madweight tomorrow, I think, but not today. No. Because after the match ends, I want to do a recap on YouTube very quickly. Oh no, is this GG? Wait, is this apparently winning for Magnus? I wasn't even paying attention. Takes. Computer wants check, King E7 check, and King D7 kind of dank. Oh, and apparently this wins. Uh-oh. This is not good. Not good for Gucci. I am playing Qatar. I don't know what the prize is, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. It's been quite a while since I was last in Doha. I haven't been to Doha in I think maybe 10 years. 10 years maybe. It's been a long time. Actually, I think it's been 9 years. It's been 9.5 years since I was last in Doha. Or was it 8.5? Let me check. Qatar World Rapid and Blitz. Trying to remember what year. I thought it was 14, but it might have been 2015. Trying to remember when it was. Let me see. Since 2012, they've held it. It was held in Doha in 2016. 2016. So yeah, that was 2016 that I was last in Doha. So it's been 7 years almost. Apparently Bishop D2 is wrong, but who cares? Still a hard position for Alireza to play. Magnus has all these checks. He's got this active bishop as well. Like, it's just a very hard position to play. I don't really see Alireza holding this endgame. I think it's almost impossible, to be honest, because white has too many ideas. The bishop can go to either diagonal. You have to worry about rook g1, rook h1 as well, and you have to worry about rook c8 because white controls the c file. Plays h5, which is the best move, but I'm not feeling it. First prize is $25,000. Correct. Yes. But I don't play chess tournaments for the money anymore, just to be clear. I I play chess tournaments that I want to play because it might be the organizers that I really like. I think what they're doing for chess is good, or I just want to play a tournament here or there. So yeah, because playing tournaments is actually a minus EV move for me. I mean, I know people probably laugh when I say that, but it's actually true. Like, I lose money playing tournaments. I'd be better off sitting around all day just like watching Magnus games, doing Magnus videos on YouTube than playing chess tournaments. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to like cap or anything, but I'm being honest. Apparently Magnus made a mistake here. Why is this a mistake? Check king h7 and a rook g5. There's some rook a2 nastiness. This game actually might be getting interesting now. No, I mean, I'm not talking about Levy. I'm just saying, honestly, videos with Magnus do better than anything else. So yeah, I mean, playing tournaments is actually a net minus EV for me on average, as opposed to just like sitting at home and making videos. Yeah. Fabiano's podcast that he did with Levy was or that he spoke about Levy was a long time ago, and it was at the time of the peak boom. So Fabiano, I'm pretty sure, was basing his numbers off of the peak around January time when chess was like going insane for everybody. Like I mean, I could tell you guys about Social Blade, but like Social Blade at that time, there's some time when it said that Levy was going to make $13 million in 2023. It said that's what the projection was. And now it says something like 3 million. Now, of course, those numbers are inflated either way, but the point is, with Social Blade based everything on the last month. So if you have an insane month, it's basically going to say that you will be the next Mr. Beast on YouTube. So that's kind of the thing I don't think that's true. You'd lose a lot of viewers. That's not true at all. No, that's not true at all. Not even close to being true. Whoa, rook c2, big mistake. Why is rook c2? Why does computer want rook a3? I don't understand rook c2 at all. What happened in January? There's just this massive pop-off for chess. I think it was related to mittens, and there was some other catalyst. I forget what, but the whole like November, December, January period, chess was like going completely insane. So I expect rook a8, rook f8. Honestly, I think rook a8 is the human move here. Computer wants rook a3, which I just don't think is human. Goes rook a7, which I also don't understand. Maybe he wants to go rook c7. I don't understand what Alireza is aiming for here exactly. I'm a little bit confused, because to me it seemed like rook a8 makes more sense, that on like check and here and take, for example, you can just go rook f8 and stack the towers. Rook a7 just seems like a bad move. I don't understand, like rook g5, and now the rook covers the second rank, and like if your rook was on a8, for example, just to set it up, like you could go rook f8 here, and maybe you're still in trouble, but you get some counterplay. So you get rook g5, d3, king d3, rook f2, king g6 we played. So apparently rook h6 and rook h3 is winning. I'm not so sure Magnus will find it necessarily, so we'll see. Will we ever see Hikaru featuring Magnus stream? Very unlikely. Very, very unlikely, I would say. Very unlikely. Where can I find your YouTube? I'll just put the link in chat. It's youtube.com/GMHikaru. I'll just put it in chat. Wait, I should put www. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Why isn't it showing as a link though? Huh? Wait, what? Oh, do I have to put HTTP? Yeah. Okay. Now. Yeah, there we go. There's a link. Yeah, you have to put HTTPS. Now, apparently, again, Magnus has messed this up in the scramble. Let's focus on the game. I didn't see what Magnus did wrong. What did he do wrong? He didn't play rook h6, rook h3, which was pretty dang. So the show goes on. Bishop e3, probably. Oh, rook h5 is winning. Oh my gosh, rook h5 is insane. But it's not hard to find. Magnus is using his time, and he finds it. Wow, brilliant play from Magnus. Yeah, when he started thinking it, he didn't move instantly. You had a feeling that he was going to find rook h5, and now he's just going to win. He's just going to win because the c4 pawn is going to fall. King c4, and you're going to lose one of these. Yeah, rook e2, and now you're going to lose the pawn. He's going to unwind it. Wow. What was the draw, just to see quickly? It was rook c2 and then rook c7 and rook c3, which actually Alireza really should have found that. That's bad that he didn't find it. Yeah, now you're just gonna start pushing the P. B4 king c6 and you'll win. As long as Magnus gets the B pawn rolling, he's gonna win the game. Yeah, king f3 and then like rook a2 or something. I don't know what this does, just king c6. But king c6 there's check. Wait, rook b3. Wait, did Magnus mess this up suddenly? King f3. Oh, and now there's bishop g3. King e4. Oh, he hung the pawn. Wait, king d3 is the only, no, there's no way he finds king d3 here. Yeah, king d3 is a draw, but there's no way you find king d3 with 3 seconds on the clock. Yeah, no way. Yeah, now you get rook e2 and you win. Yeah, rook e2 is GG. King d3 is an insane save. Wait, why is king d3 a draw? Wait, sorry, I have to go back. King d3 is a draw because rook c1. No, it's not a draw. The computer's smoking. No, the computer's smoking something. It's not a draw. No, the computer's smoking something. Or is it? It wants bishop e2, but this is just winning, no? Or not? Wait. Or is this? No, it's still a draw. Maybe. Still a draw, I guess. Yeah, it's still a draw. No, it's still a draw here. Yeah, king d3 is an impossible move to find. Yeah, you know what Alireza missed was here he should have played king d3 first. This is probably the move he should have played. Yeah, I think it's a table-based endgame that's a draw, but I mean, in a scramble, I don't think anyone would have found that move. I don't think even Magnus would have found it, because basically you panic because you see if you move the rook, there's always check to win the bishop. So like you can't move the rook, so either you take or there's rook e2 and you lose. King d3 is just not a move. Magnus would not find this either with less than 10 seconds. No, Magnus would not find king d3 here. Nobody would find it with 5 seconds on the clock. But yeah, so Magnus wins the game. He's up by a score of 2-1. So we're gonna have one more game. Magnus will have the black pieces, and Alireza is going to have to win this game. I don't think he is going to win this game.